approve consent agenda items minus D is in David, G is in Greg, J is in Jim.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion, a second.
Greg Sprinkle.
Cecilia Irvin.
Motion passed. Okay, move on from there. Number 8, new business announcement from the city administrator. Chris, the floor is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, as I informed the mayor a few weeks back, and then informed council in executive session at a prior meeting, I will be leaving the city of West Tawakoni toward the end of this month. My last day will be August 26th. I intend to work almost every day between now and then to help get us to balanced budget, get out of this year clean, get into next year in as good a shape as we can, and also hand off the projects that I'm working on in an orderly fashion. It's been a pleasure to work with the fine people of West Tawakoni, and I wish you all the very best going forward.
Okay, so we'll move on from there. B will be to go into executive session. Open executive session authorized by the Texas Government Code, section 551.074. I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make a motion to go to executive session.
We've got a motion,
I'll second that.
a second. All in favor?
Greg Sprinkle.
Cecilia Irvin.
We'll be in executive session at 7:15. All right, we're gonna call this meeting back to order, 7:29. I understand we had some technical issues, but we're up and running, right? Okay. So we will move on from there. Under new business, C, discussion under action regarding the city administrator position. Council, we're all ready to discuss that, and
Yeah, I think we want to, post the position on TML right away. And we want to talk to some recruiting firms, let's get some proposals. Chris is gonna bring us some proposals from a couple of, recruiting firms that he believes, would be good candidates.
any other discussion, or do you want to turn that into a motion?
Anything else we need to talk about?
You said it all?
If not, I make a motion that we post the position on TML immediately, and we get the proposals from Chris for potential recruiting firms.
Just to confirm before we move into a second, you want Mary to post it on TML using the same exact format as before?
Yeah.
Same process?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Randy Lindsay?
Greg Sprinkle.
Cecilia Irvin.
Motion passed. Okay, we'll move on from there. Number 9, legacy project. A, discussing and possible action on updates from Council Place 1. And Council Place 1 is not here. So we're going to move on from there to B, discussing and possible action on updates from Council Place 2.
Okay. I think it was at the last meeting, Chris said that Jacob Martin did submit the grant application with a letter from the auditor saying that he had done his field work. And so we'll keep our fingers crossed if that's good enough.
Okay.
Cybersecurity and technology modernization, I want to put those into one. And I have given to Mary, it's been uploaded, this manual, and I really don't expect anybody to read it cover to cover, but there's some stuff in here that's worth knowing. And so I want to present this manual for your consideration. The document's a framework for how the city of West Tawakoni should organize, protect, retain, manage the official city information in SharePoint, Teams, OneDrive, all the Microsoft tools. That city belongs, the information belongs to the city, and it's an irreplaceable asset. And this structure will organize it not according to individual employees or elected officials, but by job category or office category. That way, when those positions change, whether it's us that are elected or staff, then that data can just be passed right to the next person. They can have everything, nothing is lost. The framework it'll address a lot of what we have. Using some of the tools, and I don't want to go too much into the techie side of it, but we can configure some of the Microsoft 365 tools, for example, to keep versions of documents rather than duplicates. Nobody can figure out which one is the current document. utilize a role-based security. So people will have permissions through that file structure based on their role within the city. It supports record retention rules so that things won't age out too soon, or nor will they stay around when they should be gone. And those are all automated things. And these are all, by the way, these are Microsoft tools that we're already paying. Key recommendation is that we make SharePoint the official repository. And we can still use OneDrive and Teams for drafting and collaboration, but they should all be organized and maintained through the approved SharePoint location. This is the first version 1 of this document, and it's going to need council oversight. Not every detail is complete. But I am asking that we approve this so that the IT vendor can use, there's a script in the last appendix here that will create the entire solution, will create the roles, it will create the SharePoints, it will create the folders, it will create the choices for metadata, it will create, it'll enable the retention rules, the whole thing. And I'd like to see that come up in a development situation rather than straight into a production situation. And that way we can test it and find out what needs to be tweaked. And once council thinks it's all working right, then we move it into production. There's some training materials here for file naming conventions, ways to use it. We can move through the training and then begin to migrate to that. The appendices in here go through not only the architecture and the structure, but the permissions and that kind of thing. And again, I don't expect anybody to read it. It's a bit technical. So I'm asking the council to adopt this information manual and authorize the city administrator or his delegates to work with the IT vendor to run that script and generate a dev environment so we can validate and have that vendor bring if there are any budget impacts, bring that to us as needed.
So I don't think that you've got an adoption of a new package or management plan on the agenda. I know you've got cybersecurity and modernization, but I don't know that like a specific adoption for something brand new is really, we've got grounds to do that. I think that you could definitely contact IT and start having them look at it and kind of go through that process, but I don't think that the city could adopt a new plan based on what we've got here.
Okay.
I do think, I think it's fantastic to do an online database. So that's a great idea. But I am concerned with a whole new package that we don't really have that, because this comes up every month for y'all, those legacies. So this doesn't really give the citizens enough notice of exactly what, but I think we could easily bring it back next time. Have council say, yeah, we approve sending this over to IT and kind of looking at the process. And then bring it back for adoption at the next meeting, but with its own line item.
I had sent an email requesting that it be on the agenda, so I just assumed that we were okay there.
And that's the way we did it, was under legacy. Now, I do know that it didn't go in the packet until yesterday. This afternoon.
This annual, no, this afternoon.
I recommend that we try to let everybody get a chance to look at it and then possibly bring it back before we start doing anything with it. That's a recommendation.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's had a chance to really review it. I know they're, like you said, they're probably not gonna review the whole thing, but at least get a general idea.
But you could absolutely get it to IT and get them to start looking at it. So I don't think there's a problem at all with that.
So where will I find it?
It's in the,
In your drive.
it's in the drive now.
Okay.
Ramsey, it also has a backup and restore feature, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
so we're all, yeah,
You didn't say that, so I'm just making sure that it, because one of the things that I think is really important is that we have a process for, should we lose everything, you know, for whatever reason, that we have a restore process so that we don't lose everything and look like we did. You know, they're looking, you know, we were looking for stuff from 2018, 19 and hard drives were thrown away and all that kind of stuff. And
Right.
I want to make sure that whatever we do does have that as an option.
and with the versioning, it's, and I'll need some confirmation on this, but I believe it's even, that versioning even protects us if we were to be, have one of the ransom acts where they encrypt, because then we would still have previous versions, and backup.
Yes. Okay.
So it's all cloud-based.
So can we get it on the agenda? We're too late for Thursday night. Can we get it on the next available, council agenda to,
I recommend that you make a motion to have Mary get it to IT for them to start reviewing and to get it on the next possible agenda for further discussion and review.
Then, I'll make a motion that Mary get this document to the IT group, have them begin the review process. And also that we get this on the soonest available agenda.
All right. We've got a motion on the table
second,
and a second. All in favor?
Chad's Govan.
Greg Sprinkle.
This one, Urban.
Motion passed. We'll go backwards. Since Chad's here. Back to A, discuss some possible actions on update from Council Place One. Do you have anything that you wanted to update on your?
Not correct.
We'll move on then. C, discussion or possible action on updates from Council Place Three.
Parks update, the flag retirement memorial is almost complete. The stones are placed. We are looking at a plaque for the memorial itself. The stone, if you haven't seen it, looks great. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Really pleased with the work out of Precision Stone and the Travers family for donating the materials and the money to and the labor and everything to get it done. We have, I believe, 11 tables now. 6 still to be, might be 10. 6 still to be assembled. If anybody wants to come and assemble, let me know. And the plaque for the table themselves has been done. About yay big, and it kind of mimics our City of West Tawakoni logo with the catfish and who donated the table. So it looked great. Audit progress, I'll leave that to folks. Where are we on the ones? I know we got the one that's the 2021-22 done. We got our recommendations from that. Where are we on the 22 through 26?
When was our last request from Dale? It's been about a week.
And we're working through those documents.
It's the data requests from the current auditor have slowed down, which I'm going to take as a good sign. When he gave us the letter prior to the WSIG application, he indicated that he expected to be done within about 2 weeks. We're getting up on that, and our goalposts have moved several times already, but I'm going to be cautiously optimistic and say with the data request slowing down, hopefully he's close.
Okay.
So enlighten me about the peer review process.
I don't know much about it. I just know that that's something that he says is done. And actually we talked with Lewis about it as well. They have their own standards professionally. And so, yeah, we're the customer and and they're delivering a product to us, but their product is also reviewed by others in the field.
It's reviewed
so-
prior to giving it to us.
No, that's not, peer review is a different thing. You're talking about just getting checked over within the partners in his firm or himself or whoever. I don't know how his firm does that, but we can get that for you.
Elementary school, I don't think it's ever gonna happen, so.
You just want to
Can we take that off there?
We can take that off,
Okay.
yeah.
Recommend when we hit 5,000. Try to get it.
It'll come back up when Quinlan asks for bond.
Is that it?
That's it for me.
Okay, D will be discussion possible actions from update place 4. Ramsey's not with us. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Sorry, James is not with us, so,
Present and not present all at the
all at the
same time.
same time. So we don't have any from there, so we'll move on to E, discussion possible actions on update from council place 5.
Alrighty then. I want to ask the council if y'all will agree with me that, the gentleman that has taken on the newspaper in Quinlan.
Newsletter.
Online newsletter.
Yes.
Thank you. Is, doing an awesome job with everybody in the territory. I mean, it's not just us, but it's everybody, and he's doing a really good job.
Bill Slaughter.
Yes. And
Great
his-
job.
And his team. He's got a team that he's developing.
I have a reporter watching right now.
So I would like to say, Mary, you guys stepped up and you did the best that you knew. But I would like to take that away from you for now because you're really busy with a lot of other things. So if it's okay with you, I would like to take that off your plate.
I'm okay with that. It's fun. It is a lot of fun, but it is time consuming, and I don't want to create duplicate work.
I mean, if there's like a current event or something you want to post, you can do that, like a calendar.
Where's he posting the stuff at?
All over social media.
Just randomly or?
No, it's weekly.
I think he does it every week.
Is it like a page you post it on or what?
Mhm.
Yeah, so he's got
It's called
his
the
page
Tawakoni Current.
and he's posting, putting it out there everywhere.
And what's really nice about the way he does it for each individual area. So he does Quinlan, he does West Tawakoni, he does Hot Cove, he does the areas, and he does them it groups them so that you can go to the one you want to go to. If you don't want to, if you only have 5 minutes, you can read what's in your area as opposed to reading through all of the news for everything and not being able to filter. He filters for you.
Yeah, and I've spoken with him several times, so he's getting with us on different events and things going on in the city. He's also working on our website, we're going to do this, and the same business, reporting on
So I'd like to remove that one off of my list there. And then also improving the cell service within the city. The research that Greg and I did, they had like a certain territory that they wanted to put one. Well, it's already there. So at this point right now, this is null and void too. It's nothing else we can do on that. So I've got kind of a clean plate. I need to start finding something else to work on.
If you get something, just get it over to Mary to get on there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, is that it? Okay, we'll move on from there. Number 10,
Make a motion, we adjourn.
we've got a motion on the
So I
table
second that.
and a second. All in favor?
That's covered.
Randy Landry.
Greg Sprinkle.
Cecilia Urban.
We are adjourned at 7:28.
I like it.
You want to keep that?
No, I like it.
Chad, when did you decide to go Mario on?